rivalry trophies speak to the traditions and the spirit of the contest between schools, and sometimes they also come wrapped as a massive bronze pig. Floyd of Rosedale is on the line in the matchup we have coming up. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Golden Gophers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get first crack at it today. You don't get many chances to really stick it to a rival, but the Gophers did last year, blowing out the Hawkeyes.
Blew them out last year, and I think you want to continue to build on that tradition, build on your brand. The Gophers brand is on the up. And now you got these rivalry games to continue to prove it time and time again.
And remember, these two schools, Minnesota and Iowa, they recruit against each other. They recruit similar type players, all from the same region. So when you're putting back-to-back wins against a rival and you're blowing them out consistently, that is a huge boon for your recruit.
Off play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Hawkeye. Once he got some room, it was over. They'll move the tight end. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. This rivalry between Iowa and Minnesota. Looking for a deep man. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds a spot in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Golden Gophers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wants to go up top. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight That's silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fine play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quickly to the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that joke.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Golden Gophers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football.
Touchdown, Minnesota! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. This should be the last play of the quarter. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. Offense. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They want to throw it. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Quarterback gets past the mark. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense...
There he goes! Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. close, I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Second down coming up. The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On the option. He'll toss it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. A low line drive and short kick. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from, and great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
Hines is tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. He wants to throw it again. Quick completion on the out. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
To the air on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. After the incompletion, will they try it again here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
He'll set up to throw. Under fire. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, but now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Latu. Now they've got a little room to work